but the Mediterranean is really a restrictive way to interpret, because the main source of our patrimonial dimension is about book. And the book we collect are the holy book. And we think that this is something that could be able to put people together, to stay, to take some tea, for instance, to talk about relational tourism and make a new way to understanding. And we need for a new way, a new paradigm of understanding. You can find everything about the M Foundation, Fondazione M, which works at the local level also with Europe Direct, and we work together to spread and to share this culture and to make citizenship a form of active relation. Allow me, therefore, to show you that the paper is already published, because we are working in electronic press. You know that at the present time you have not the need to imprint 1,000 copies of a book. And this is something that is related to freedom, because with electronic press, you know, we can imprint just one copy of this. And this is something extraordinary. It's like the Gutenberg revolution. And we have also some magazine that we create as M Foundation and with the partnership of Europe Direct. And now we are preparing the new issues of this magazine, Euro Open, and you understand that Europe and is a game, because open source, open mentality, open the way to share contents. And in the new issue of Europen, we will have an interview to an art organization from Turkish and another intervention from an art gallery in Tunisia, because we want to know better and to hear something from people in the Mediterranean area, which is very fast changing. Everything is changing. Syria is very hot. Therefore, there is a world that is changing. It's something for the Middle East and the Maghreb, like the 89, when the wall of Berlin was falling down. Everything is changing. On the theme of relational integrated tourism, because what we want to share and to make people able to understand reciprocally, and especially to share some theatrical and anthropological level of communication with naturalistic path and other things that are better explained inside. Enter into the paper, you will find EOS, which is the Greek name of the Down, but is also the acronym of Europe Open Sphere, because we want to create an open sphere. And inside you can read from the abstract that we are looking for an European spirit emerging from a new class of international personalities. Now, even if we are inside a very difficult time, and this is a time of crisis and anxiety, nevertheless, we have the opportunity to think that we are working on a new level of the dimension of international personalities, because social networks are key to create an international personality. We need to give a structure to this tumultuous process. It's not something that could be related just to the normal level of Facebook or YouTube and so on. But we must remember that Facebook, YouTube and the other social networks are forbidden in some area where democracy is not effective. Therefore, we have not to think that the social network is a waste of time. Therefore, we want to focus our attention with the work of M Foundation and the Europe Direct Network. We want to give a look inside the way to use social networks as an instrument for a common European culture. And we want to share this with a simple attitude, like to drink a cup of tea, nothing so complex. And we want to talk about the other. It's not about doctrine or intellectual sophistication. This is a matter of studies, but is also a matter of gestures, of conversation, of literature, cinema, rock music. Why not? Beatles and the Rolling Stones are perhaps the most common form of European culture. Why not? And we can work as a Mediterranean library. I've been talking about this. French tradition is used to call this idea of sharing knowledge in some place where to have common activity, la maison de la fraternité. We can talk about brotherhood to be structured by culture. And of course, everything is related to a dimension of transferability and replicability, because you can reply, you can make something similar in every place of Europe. 3 levels of this project. The first level is about basic needs. You have not an economy, you have just the problem at this level. For instance, looking from Sicily, we have a lot of immigration, that people that come from Tunisia, from Egypt and so on. And we need to make organization, to make integration, and we have also to solve our problem in the social level. And this is, of course, something about alphabetization, about shared knowledge of the language and so on, but this is not really immediately related to an economic, industrial or business perspective. The second level is more sophisticated and the need for culture. And this is a new idea of tourism, which is not like in the 18 the large company of organized travels. Hello, come on, with umbrella. Come on, everybody for here. This is a new model of tourism, which is based on the sharing of some interest in a cultural field. Therefore, by the net, we can enter in touch, and therefore we give, like this guest house system, an opportunity. After this second level, we have a third level in the project, which is based on active culture. And active culture means I want to write something and I want to share something to publish inside an instrument that can work around the world. And we have also the opportunity to make this by video, because you know technology is really simple, and we are studying some formula to make people possible to have some experience very strong, very important in a naturalistical framework. You know, I come from a volcano town, which is the Etna, and for instance, Iceland and Sicily are not so closer, but for instance, the energy, the magmatic energy of the volcanoes is a common ground that we can explore in literature, for instance. No?
Europa, chissà chi sei, che con occhi sognanti guardi il mare, le stelle in alto e ricordi quello che sai. Europa, chissà qual è e chissà cos'è che abbia un senso, oppure niente, e ricordi quello che sei. Scivolare in un caffè dove c'era musica nei tuoi occhi belli e parlare di poesia. Sono entrato per cercare te, la libertà, il senso delle cose, che ce l'abbia il senso o no.